I absolutely love saying this part when we're getting near the end of a series. Guys, welcome back to the channel and the final video on the Land Rover Discovery Sport. We left it in the last video. We was waiting for those front daytime running lights to arrive from China, and they actually arrived the very next day. A lot of other little bits and pieces, like these wheel arches in particular, were about £80 each from eBay, but we bought them brand new from the dealer. They was about £55–60 each. I can't remember exactly. The wing mirror, we have got bits of it, but Chris has found a company quite local that do sell just bits of the mirror or as much as you need. So I'm actually going to shoot straight off out now and go and try and get that done, because we want to get that mirror back on there. Again, that door seal, we're going down the route of Land Rover on that. We've ordered it, we've got that. These A-pillar covers, we've got those. So loads of little bits and pieces to do. Alley wheel, we managed to get off eBay, the correct wheel with the correct tyre, and that was reasonably priced. Of course, we'll be crunching the numbers in this one anyway, but let's crack straight on with it and actually get this car finished. Guys, very local. I've come out to get this mirror, and your guy's actually rebuilding my mirror.
We are rebuilding.
He's rebuilding our mirror while we wait. They do all mirrors. Do you mind if I just show those mirrors? Yeah. Was it this one that's packed up? I'm not going to show you on camera, sir, don't worry.
Yeah, that's better.
So these are his mirrors packed up, and he just said, actually, another guy from YouTube in America. So it's a Fiat wing mirror that's got a temperature sensor in it. Yeah, and if you want that sensor, you have to buy the whole mirror, but you sell that sensor separate for £10. Yeah. And you pretty much do just mirrors and the modules, but you do some other parts.
Some other parts. Like...
I'll put a link for your eBay shop in the description of the video.
This is the panels that you're looking for, the one you said for...
Yeah, for the Discovery Sport. So I need one of those.
They are all mixed. They are all numbered. They are all organised.
So we all know what one's what. And and you do doors as well. And these are all Discovery, Land Rover, or do you do doors for everything? They all look like Land Rover.
Because we only do doors for Land Rover because we had a deal. A lot of doors came in.
And these are the bottom skirts for the bumpers.
Yes, that's for... I don't know what model, but...
And you've got a few suspension components as well.
We had a complete Discovery 5. That's part of the Discovery 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a complete car.
Complete car? What was wrong with it?
It's a Land Rover not allowing to go back on road.
Oh, right. So one that they use for test purposes, right. And also, I'm going to try and keep you out of the camera. Just through here, you just showed me, you've got... These are all like mirror glasses.
There's some mirror motors.
The
one with the M is a mirror motors.
Yeah.
And that's all relays. The one just a number is a relays.
All the relays, yeah.
Yeah. On the other side.
So you've pretty much got everything to rebuild any mirror.
This is all mirror glasses.
Yeah.
And this is mirror covers.
I love that. Did that light come on when I walked in here? So this, yeah, that's fantastic. That'll save you a few £.
This is for the what's that called?
Cleaning.
For the cleaning and shining and some,
Right, okay.
From company.
Well, very nice. And you're nice and local to me. Even though it said Canterbury, it brought me down a Thanet Way, which is heading towards Margate.
Yeah, it's a straight from, on the 8299.
So you're in between Canterbury and Margate, aren't you? I'll put your link in the description of the video. What lovely chaps. £45. They've rebuilt our old mirror, which is perfect. All we got to do is go back to the yard, clip the cover on that and bolt it straight back on the car. He even plugged it in. He had a bench tester to make sure that all the power fold worked on it. I will put their link in the description. Let's get back to the yard. Quite a while actually since I filmed the previous bit of footage that you have just been watching, but we wanted to get all of the other little bits and pieces in place, and also we've been really busy on other projects. We was trying to find a piece of foam for this little pedestrian protection piece. So if I can get that to sit up, I'm probably not going to be able to actually. But basically there's 3 pieces of foam on there. You've got one in the middle and then one each side. They will not sell that piece of foam separately, and we couldn't find it anywhere. So it turned out it wasn't that expensive from the dealer. So we've got that now, and we're quietly confident that we've got everything. Of course there can always be some little bits and bobs that are missing that we still need to find, but at the moment I think we're all right about it. We are going to actually fit up all of the stuff that we have got for it, and that way, you know, we're going to know whether there is anything left over. But because this had quite a wallop all the way round and the front end was pretty much missing, we don't know what was missing from the front, only the bits that we removed and noticed were broken. So we are going to crack straight on with this one and try and get it back together as much as we can, and fingers crossed there's nothing else to buy. Let's do it. Bit of messing around there, but I think that was the awkward part. And the awkward part being, we fitted that headlight, tried all of the lights, indicators, side lights, main beam, etc. Perfect. Chris got all confident, bolted that headlight in. I've jumped in and tested them. The main headlight bulb was gone, so we had to take the headlight back out just to swap the bulb over. Just being a bit overconfident there and chucking it straight in. But pedestrian protection, that's all bolted on there. We're now going to move. Oh, and the bonnet, bit of messing around there. That latch had to come up slightly. The catch had to be moved over. Sorry, that's the latch, that's the catch. We had to move that over ever so slightly. It just, they wasn't striking at exactly the same time, Chris, was they? In the same place. So
just a bit of tweaking.
Yeah, a little bit of tweaking, just getting it all right. So we're now going to move on for the first fit of the bumper, and hopefully that all goes okay and all lines up nice. So let's carry on with it. I'm quite excited to get this done, mate.
Well,
I know you are as well.
It's around a long time, isn't it?
All of them bits over there, we're going to know what to.
Yeah.
We've got another.
Well, we've not got a lot left.
No, and we've got another skipping. We'd like to have a massive clear out before Christmas. So ultimately, just trying to get all these little projects done and finished. Let's carry on. We actually was standing back there, you would have seen on the time lapse, and we were shocked at how just putting the headlights, front bumper and grille back on that car, how it is. Chris actually said to me while we was on time lapse there, now I can see the value in the car.
Yeah, it's a nice looking car, isn't it?
It is a lovely looking car, and it's gapped up lovely, hasn't it? But then it wasn't hard smacked in the front, was it? It was just all round. You had a little tiny pull to do.
Yeah,
on
just
one
on
of
that front landing panel.
Front landing panel, but guys, check that out. We're really, really happy with how that's just turned out. Chris has put the new alloy wheel and tyre that we got off of eBay. That's the one that took quite a while to turn up. Before we go ahead and put these arches on, they're not a one-time fit, but you know, like, not all of you will know, but you guys in the car game will know. So it come with all new trim clips on the back of it, and once you send them home, it's a bit of a nightmare to actually get them back off without breaking them. So what we will do, rather than fit all of those wheel trims on, actually saying that, we have only got the one, haven't we?
One's on back order.
One's on back order, but that's not going to stop us finishing this build. But we won't actually even clip on the one that we've got until we took this car for a drive and we're 100% happy, because if the front bumper needs to come off again, then you've got to go and get all those trim clips for it again. Oh, you put them on, Chris. Chris
Yeah,
has
I've
just
put the,
unpacked those two brand new windscreen
that
trims.
mirror's not fully fitted on there yet.
No.
And the door card, once the mirror's done, the door card can go on, and the wing badge, but we'll get that done in a minute, won't we?
Yeah, I think you only put that mirror on there the other day to keep the weather out of it, because it was raining quite hard.
Yeah.
Oh mate, honestly, it looks brilliant. I want to get the back number
Need a
plate on it.
tyre for that side.
Oh
as
yes,
well. Need a
this tyre, for those of you guys that remember,
It's off
this
a
is off
TD5.
of, yeah, it's set of Hurricanes you had out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
TD5, and we just got that tyre thrown on so that we had this car up on its wheels. But yeah, really happy. Let's continue on, get the driver's door panel in it, get it all back together, drive it. Yeah, I'll be honest though, Chris, I'm probably going to have to drive it straight to the tyre shop.
And
Have a tyre put on it.
That's right.
Definitely. And
the TPS sensor's got to be TPMS has got to be coded.
And the
hasn't it?
last thing, I believe you had to hack off the driver's locking wheel nut off this car.
And this one, haven't we?
Yeah, you know what that means? You've got another two to do.
Oh yes, we have.
The rear ones. Also, underneath there's quite a lot of grass and mud still from where this one went through a field, didn't
Jet
it?
washing off then.
It does want jetting off, but honestly, I've got such a big smile on my face. I'm so happy to see this car back together, because it's not been loads of hard work. It's just been getting the bits and time, isn't it?
There's a lot of filler work.
Oh yeah, actually.
4 doors.
Yeah, saying that, yeah. The body work was...
Quarter panel, tailgate.
Yeah. And don't forget, this car's had a complete respray,
It has.
including the gloss black roof.
Yeah.
Every single bit of this car has been painted. Right, let's carry on and get the rest of the bits that we've got here back on the car. Getting very close now, guys. Prasco, who we ordered all the Polo bits off, one of these was on back order. That's the Prasco one there. So we bought that one from the main dealer, which is for the passenger side, and the driver's side one. Ooh, saved. The driver's side one we got from Prasco, and it actually turned out quite cheap, and they sent it out overnight, so that's arrived. So we got the front wheel arches to put on, and the front of the wheel arch liners. Also, you would have seen on that bit of time lapse, Chris nailed the driver's door panel, all the mirrors all back on there correctly, all the covers back on there, and that, believe it or not, that tweeter, because that weren't plugged in, was coming up as a fault on the diagnostic, wasn't it? Something to do with the speakers. So I'm sure there's going to be a bit of snagging to do with this car. We know how bad it was when we got it, how bitty it was, but that looks incredible now. It really does look a different car. Let's continue on, get the rest of these bits put on, and I guess get it over for a tyre, tracking, balancing, MOT, etc.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be the last video?
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do a crunch of numbers.
No, sorry, guys, I've just realised. I said to Chris, we won't need mics because I'm just doing a cutting, but Chris just said we're going to struggle there with crunching the numbers because...
All the receipts have gone to the accountant for the VAT returns.
I have. All of the receipts for this are actually with the accountant, so...
Well, a lot of them is spread out over so many months.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Right, let's carry on and get it finished. Well, as you can see, it certainly couldn't have got finished at a better time of year, guys, could it? Those wheel arch liners are on there now, and we are good to go, I think. I've booked it in for an MOT. I've booked it in to have that tyre replaced and all the tracking and balancing done. So let's head straight over there and get it done. Really, really nice to see the back of this. As you can see, where we've cleared away so many projects, Chris has had a massive clear up in the yard as well. So anyway, let's get over there and get it done. 2 nice new tyres going on, and then round to tracking, and then down for MOT. They're mega busy here today though. Double stacking them out here. It is cold out today, guys. Straight through an MOT. He said it had what did he say it had underneath somewhere? There was a wire tyre or a cable tyre, nothing to do with us, and the end of it needed cutting off, so he chopped that off for us, absolutely no problem. It is rotten inside this car. That's the last job to do. Let's actually get it cleaned and then get back to the yard. I'm really happy. I know I've said it so many times in this video that this one is finally coming to an end. So it's been a long time coming, but nice to finally see it.
Yeah, it looks well, doesn't it?
It does look really well. If you see every now and then there's like a puff of smoke coming out the grill, but that is purely, oh, I've just had that engine jet washed.
Yeah.
Well, I need
It's
the top
drying
of
off,
it,
isn't
it's
it?
drying off, but those, they're actually fog lights.
Yeah.
Now we know they're not daytime running lights. Guys, are they standard? Because they're just normal halogens, and they're really bright LEDs. I actually really like them. I think they really do look nice, don't they? But yeah, really nice. They have cleaned it as much as they can inside, but they did say they were
It's the
short.
wrong time of year, isn't it?
Definitely, they were short-staffed, and I'll tell you what, I actually time-lapsed them, giving it a wash. Well, one guy on his own, and then as soon as I'd finished the time-lapse, I put it down. I got cracking with them and got stuck in, because I think what they've done is they've just got a few staff there, because ultimately the weather's bad, so they haven't called loads in. But they've jetted all those mats off that had all that glass stuck to them. Yeah, really happy with it. I'm not going to go round that side too much, Chris, because we've got something in the background. I am trying to hide a little bit. But
nice 7-seater, 4-wheel drive.
Perfect.
Right time, just at the right time, isn't it? This one's come for sale.
Let's open that up. There's your
Oh,
tyre off your Hurricane. I brought that back.
Yeah.
But yeah, seats folded down under here, nice and warm in here.
Yeah.
We are going to go inside and crunch the numbers. I can't stand out here any longer.
It's too
My
cold,
hands
isn't
are freezing. Going to sleep well tonight, guys, knowing that this car is finally finished. Just before we do get started, I want to mention about the DS3. I've been absolutely inundated with people on Instagram actually sending me their phone number saying, Rob, can I buy that car? That car is not for sale until it is for sale. I told you this morning, didn't I? 20th of this month, the logbook is being sent out. It's in process. So as soon as that is out, it'll be going on Instagram for sale, and everyone will get a chance to buy it. Of course, I'll go through the numbers in the order that they do come in. Also, quite a lot of messages on there, people offering us stuff and reaching out and still not putting your contact numbers on there. So guys, I'm not ignoring you. I can't actually ring you back because I haven't got your numbers. Let's get straight down to the numbers on the Land Rover the best we can. Like Chris said earlier, every 3 months all of the receipts have to go off to the accountant for the VAT return, and it's a bit embarrassing, but we've had that Land Rover quite a while. But we didn't want to go crazy and just go out and buy all expensive parts for it. You see that we got that door, you repaired it, you found the other door for £30.
And to be fair, it was a lot more parts than we ever thought it was going to need when we bought it.
Just a bit.
We did anticipate it being a quick repair, didn't we? But never mind.
Why did we end up with that car, Chris? Because it was £3,650.
It was.
And I think anyone on the day that would have seen that car for that price would have hit the button and bought it. It did come to £4,114.40p with the fees. Still a bargain.
Yeah.
Still an absolute bargain. If you remember, Right, we have got a parts guess here, but this is, it's going to be
pretty accurate.
It's going to be pretty accurate, and that is £2,000 in parts, and we bought a lot of them second hand, even the windscreen. There was some expensive parts in there though. Like luckily we've got Aidan, the key man. Straight away he said to me, right, look here, look there. And as soon as we looked, he knew what was missing out of that car.
Telematrix module?
No, the telematrix is the other side. It was the key module.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
He knew it would be missing, didn't he?
He did know it would be missing, and he said, don't even bother trying to get a second-hand one. Go to the dealer, they're not expensive. Of course, we got to know him over at Guy Salmon, main dealer now, so well. So they looked after us on the module. Aidan come out, programmed in the keys, and deleted any previous keys off it, so that no one could ever just get in that car and drive off. So yeah, £2,000 on parts. Now this paint is going to sound very, very cheap to all of you. You're going, how can someone paint that whole car for £1,200? That was a gloss black roof and completely all the way around the car. I'll tell you how they could do it for that price, because poor Chris prepped that whole car. You literally did every single bit of that bodywork and flatted it off. We turned up there, that to panel wipe it, bag it up and lay the paint down. So that probably cost them 300 quid in paint, so they would have earned £900 out of it. And I know it wasn't a lot of work for them, because we actually sent it there, and was it 2 days later he rang up and said, come and get your car. It was done. So nice little job for them, and it did work out well for us, you doing all that prep work. 2 tyres and the tracking I just had done, run-of-the-mill tyres. It's not a Lamborghini, is it, or a Ferrari, so just run-of-the-mill. £180, and that was including the tracking, because of course they look after us. We take every single car there, don't we?
We do.
MOT, £40, valet, £30, and it was worth every penny, because it was an inch thick of dust in there. There was glass all stuck in them carpets, and it was just filthy, wasn't it? That gives us a total price, £7,564.40. And I actually want you to probably title this video, because Chris does the title and description, is this the cheapest Land Rover in the UK at the moment? Because I think our asking price of £10,500, that is a bargain, especially if it snows again tonight. Because that is a proper 4-wheel drive and
7-seater.
7-seater. I've just driven it. That's the longest it's been out. You've driven it up the yard and back, and you went, oh, it feels nice. And it drives beautiful, very, very quiet, and everything works. That is going to give us a pre-tax profit of £2,935.60, and we are happy with that. I have flicked through eBay like I normally do, and they're 12 grand onwards. So I think that's a cheap car, don't you?
Yeah.
It had no structural damage. It was just panel damage all over it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just covered in dents, scratches and scrapes, and the windscreen. It was just ongoing. Anything to add? Because I think...
just thank you for the buy me a coffees.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did that.
Yeah, over the weekend.
A lot of people did that, so thank you all very much. And I've obviously got the main Instagram account, Salvage Rebuilds, and Chris has got his own one, Salvage Rebuilds Chris. I keep getting it around the wrong way. And I get a lot of inboxes, people just mentioning about merchandise, and unfortunately, the only thing we have got this year is the, what's it called?
Jenny Chem.
Like the Jenny Chem 8 of the best detailing kit, which me and Chris picked out. They put it into a bucket with a wash mitt and a towel. And this is not even part of merchandise, is it? It's just something they done for us earlier on in the year, but they are still available, so I'll get you to put the link in the description for them. And I've just watched the video back and seen I've got to put the link in for that guy that rebuilt the wing mirror as well, so we'll chuck his phone number in there. Hope everybody's staying nice, safe and warm. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. I'm so cold, I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you all very, very soon in the next one.